ऐड हो जाएंगे ना।
आप लोग किनारे को बैठना,
किसी एक या तो इसी में इनको सामने बैठने दे, अपन पीछे
नहीं किनारे बैठ जाओ ना, निकलने में आसान
आ जाएंगे अपन सब।
आ जाएंगे यार, बस 3 ही लोग को यहाँ आ जाइए। जौहरी मैडम कितनी देर में?
चल नहीं, मेरे कहने का मतलब ये बच्चे कहाँ बैठेंगे?
नहीं बस किनारे बैठे, जिससे निकलने में आसान।
ट्रेनर कौन अब इससे
ज्वाइन ये तो नेट
लिस्ट ऑफ पार्टिसिपेंट टेस्ट
हमारा नेट चलता है हमारे
इसके भी सब लोग चालू कर लो, एडमिट हो
बंद करते हैं अपन पहले। वो भी नहीं, वो दोनों बंद करने के बाद भी आवाज आती है। मैं आपको बताती हूँ ज्वाइन होके।
हाँ ये वो जो ऑफ करने से ना तुम्हारी आवाज वहाँ नहीं जाएगी, नहीं तुम्हारा वीडियो वहाँ नहीं,
ऑटो एडमिट नहीं होगा।
उनका जो आता है वो
मेरा ना पूरा
ऑटो हो रहा है,
पता नहीं क्यों।
आपको तो नहीं कहना भी आपने।
वही बता रही हूँ मैं, जब अपन वेबिनार में रहते हैं ना, तो मेरा जैसे अभी मैं आपको दिखाती हूँ।
मुझे याद आ रहा है।
हाँ ये देखो, जैसे ये मेरा फुल है ना, अभी ये ना पूरा ऑफ हो गया ना, लेकिन जब वेबिनार में रहती हूँ तो वो पूरा ऑफ नहीं होता, जो भी कर रहा है। नहीं, अगर मैंने इसका साउंड ऑफ कर दिया, ये देखो ना,
नहीं उसके साउंड से मत होगा, उनके पास तुम्हारा साउंड नहीं,
ये देखिए ये मैंने ऑफ किया ना,
तुम्हारा वीडियो वहाँ नहीं जाएगा।
हमारा तो नहीं जाएगा। मैंने अपना सिस्टम का वॉल्यूम बटन 0 कर दिया।
इसके 0
ये मेरा 0, ये देखिए अभी मैंने 0 किया।
ये जो है ना,
ये हाई है।
रुको तो,
हाँ ना,
ये म्यूट होना चाहिए, वन ऑफ देम
नहीं
एक म्यूट होना चाहिए इसमें से। तुम्हारे पास 3 है, इस सबको 0 करो।
सच का क्या नहीं होते ना उस समय, ये वाला नहीं होता है। क्या है ये, क्या है ये अपन है ना, ये है ना, जैसे यूट्यूब पर सामने चालू कर दिया, ये वाला चालू हो गया। देखिए पूरा नीचे सब जो भी कर रहा है, वैसे मैंने भी कर दिया दोनों, जैसे ये भी म्यूट हो गया, ये भी म्यूट हो गया। इसके बाद में ज्वाइन करके देखते एक जन के सामने ना साइंस नहीं
मीटिंग अभी शो नहीं हो रही है ना।
You will join the meeting when someone lacks you.
हाँ अभी थोड़ा वेट है, 12 o'clock स्टार्ट होगी ना मीटिंग, हो रहा है।
किस लिंक से है?
Google Meet में ज्वाइन करिए ना।
ये
कर दीजिए ना 1 मिनट।
नहीं इधर सामने, हाँ इसके ऊपर रखो तो दिखेगा। ये ज्वाइन
ज्वाइन कर लिया, मुझे ज्वाइन कर दिया डॉक्टर डी के सिन्हा।
वीडियो भी बंद है, वीडियो भी बंद है।
कर लिया कर सकते बट ज्वाइन हो चुकी है। म्यूट इधर भी करो। बैठिए, मैं तो मीटिंग में जाऊँ।
नहीं शुभ वहाँ बोल दो ना, तुम वहाँ बोल दो कि हम अभी नहीं आ पाएंगे, फोन करके बताओ। आधे घंटे बाद
जिसने जो अभी ज्वाइन किया उसका चल रहा है। और मेरी सीट है
बोल दो। अच्छा आपको ये जो
क्लास सेलेक्ट करोगे क्लास 5।
नहीं हो
मैडम आप
सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग
ऑल्टरनेट zigzag बनाया था
क्योंकि उन्होंने 12 से 12:30 अपना लेक्चर का टाइम दिया है और 12:30 से 45 क्वेश्चन है सर।
इंट्रोडक्शन में फिर इंट्रोडक्शन में चालू किसका है? ये कोई लड़की है उसको मना करो।
नहीं उसी से बोलिए ना आप, क्या नाम है उसका?
मैं यहाँ से ऑफ करी अभी मैंने उसका नाम लिख के नहीं आ रहा। 5H कॉलेज कौन ज्वाइन अब ऑफ हुआ है, अब ऑफ हुआ है।
बीच में सर को बुलाएंगे, सर आएंगे।
ये वाला तो बंद ही कर दीजिए, पीछे वाले भले ऑन कर दीजिए, पीछे के 4 ऑन कर, आगे कौन कैमरा
बस वो ज़्यादा मत पंखे चलाओ।
हाँ वही मुझे पीछे के मैंने चला आगे बिल्कुल
नहीं मैडम तो सब बंद करवाई हैं।
बहुत नॉइस क्रिएट हो रहा है, बहुत आवाज आ रही है।
पंखा की अभी जरूरत नहीं है। चल स्टार्ट कर लेते हैं। क्या पता
वो सब फोन करने के लिए कि हम देख रहे हैं।
मुझे एक चेयर बस चाहिए।
डस्टिंग कर दे।
इसको पोस्ट पे रखो ना, हमको यहाँ साइड में उसको वाइप
नहीं सर
क्योंकि वो 12 o'clock बोल रहे हैं कि सर बोलेंगे।
नहीं तो शुरुआत तो तुझे
हाँ
10 मिनट
नहीं या तो
खुद ही रुक जाएंगे जब तक उनको इंट्रोड्यूस नहीं किया जाएगा। वर्मा सर को बोलो कि
वो इनविटेशन दे दें, सर को इनवाइट कर दें।
स्टार्ट कर
सर
नहीं मैम, आप इंट्रोडक्शन स्टार्ट करिए, 5 मिनट लगेगा। 5 मिनट शोभा स्टार्ट करिए।
स्टार्ट करूँ वीडियो।
चालू करके आप सब बोलते रहना, ठीक है?
Hello, a very good afternoon to everyone. I, Dr. Rashmi Jha of Physics Department, Government MH College of Home Science and Science for Women, Jabalpur. Welcome everyone for today's celebration of National Science Day organized by RUSA under the theme of Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat. Welcome to our patron Dr. Leela Bhalavi, Additional Director Jabalpur, our Principal Dr. Akhilesh Ayachi, our HOD of Physics Department Dr. Rajendra Mishra, HOD of Hindi Department VP Narang, Dr. VP Narang, HOD of Chemistry Department Dr. DS Gupta, HOD of Physics Department Dr. Johari, Shobha Johari, Dr. HOD of Botany Department Dr. Anuradha Dave, HOD of Zoology Department Dr. Shampa Jain, HOD of Maths Department Dr. Nidhi Chaube, HOD of Home Science Department Dr. Bhavna Sharma, Dr. Nandita Sarkar, Dr. Abha Tiwari, Dr. College and dear student. I would like to welcome NS in charge Dr. Leena Rai. सभी जानते हैं कि आज साइंस दिवस है, भारतीय राष्ट्रीय विज्ञान दिवस है और हम सभी राष्ट्रीय विज्ञान दिवस मनाने के लिए एकत्रित हुए हैं। तो सभी के मन में ये प्रश्न उठता है कि हम 28 फरवरी को ही राष्ट्रीय विज्ञान दिवस क्यों मनाते हैं। दरअसल बात यह है कि 1921 में सर सीवी रमन यूरोप से समुद्र के रास्ते अपने घर वापस जा रहे थे। उस समय उन्होंने देखा कि समुद्र का रंग जो है वो नीले रंग का है। तो चूँकि वो खोजी प्रवृत्ति के थे, तो उन्होंने उनके साथ जो सफ़र कर रहे थे जॉन विलियम, जो इंग्लैंड के मशहूर वैज्ञानिक थे, उनसे पूछा तो उन्होंने कहा कि आकाश की छाया के कारण समुद्र का रंग नीला दिखाई पड़ रहा है। लेकिन सीवी रमन सर जो थे, उन्होंने सोचा कि ऐसा तो कुछ है नहीं, क्योंकि उससे पहले उन्होंने देखा कि आकाश का रंग मटमैला था, तो वो भी समुद्र का रंग नीला दिखाई पड़ रहा था। क्योंकि उनके मन में बहुत सारे विचार उत्पन्न होने लगे कि आखिर समुद्र का रंग नीला क्यों है। तो फिर वे बहुत सारे प्रश्नों को लेकर वो अपने मन में प्रश्नों को लेकर वो अपने शहर पहुँचे, कोलकाता पहुँचे। तो उन्होंने अपने सामान्य उपकरणों की सहायता समुद्र और आकाश के बारे में अध्ययन करना शुरू किया और पाया कि समुद्र जो है वो सूर्य के प्रकाश की किरणों को कई रंगों में विभाजित करता है। फिर उन रीति पर अध्ययन किया, तब उन्होंने पाया कि समुद्र जो है वो उस पर जो पड़ने वाला सूर्य का प्रकाश है उसको वो स्कैटर्ड कर देता है। इस प्रभाव के कारण हम आज रमन, जिसको कि रमन इफेक्ट कहा गया, रमन प्रभाव कहा गया, क्योंकि वो 28 फरवरी 1928 को उन्होंने खोज की थी, इसलिए हम 28 फरवरी को राष्ट्रीय विज्ञान दिवस मनाते हैं। और उनको 1930 में भौतिक विज्ञान में नोबेल पुरस्कार से सम्मानित किया गया और 1986 से हम लगातार रूप से साइंस डे मनाते आ रहे हैं। साइंस डे मनाने का मुख्य उद्देश्य बच्चों में विज्ञान के प्रति रुचि पैदा करना और उनको खोज के लिए उत्साहित करना है। तो आज हम राष्ट्रीय विज्ञान दिवस में 2 दिन का कार्यक्रम मनाने जा रहे हैं। प्रथम दिवस के कार्यक्रम में डॉक्टर D.K. सिन्हा, जो कि AMD है हैदराबाद से, उनका वक्तव्य होगा। उसके उपरांत फिजिक्स डिपार्टमेंट के द्वारा ऑर्गेनाइज्ड क्विज कंपटीशन होगा और उसके उपरांत NSS के द्वारा पोस्टर प्रेजेंटेशन होगा। तो अब मैं अतिथि परिचय हेतु डॉक्टर गिरीश वर्मा को आमंत्रित करती हूँ कि वे आज विशिष्ट अतिथि का परिचय दें।
Good morning all participants. I think we have already been late a few minutes, but without wasting any time, I would like to tell you a program for National Science Day 2021, which has a theme of future of science and technology and innovation set with the impact on education, skills and work for the common people. This National Day is being sponsored by the State Project Director Higher Education Bhopal, also in the direction of Ek Bharat Swachh Bharat Club, organized by the Government Home Science College Jabalpur, and the physics and the NSS organizations of our colleges, and on behalf of the team and joined as participants and will be benefited by this National Day program today. For a brief description of the speaker, I would not waste much of time, but briefly I will tell you that Dr. D.K. Sinha, he is the Directorate for Exploration and Research. He did his MTech in Applied Geology and joined AMD in 1984, Western Region, Nagpur, and obtained his PhD in 1993 from Nagpur University. He is heading the planning and supervision team, is guiding and execution of exploration for uranium and other atomic minerals programming in India. He is himself an excellent academician in geology courses and as an recognized and external supervisor for PhD by Nagpur, Jaipur, Osmania and Hyderabad universities. He has presented over 63 research articles in national and international scientific forums apart from 3 of his books. The DAE Department of Atomic Energy awarded him Special Contribution Award 2011 for his work on nuclear science and technology on 30th November 2012. Today, his lecture for all of us would be on societal benefits of nuclear energy, and I will request Dr. Sinha to please join in and start his lecture on the same topic as discussed for the benefit of all of us. Dr. Sinha, please, you may join.
Slide show. Thanks. Professor Verma, this is visible.
Yes, yes.
Slide is visible.
Yes, yes, sir.
Streaming is okay.
Yes.
Yes, sir, it is
Yes,
visible,
sir.
ओके ओके फाइन सभी को मेरा नमस्कार. As the introduction is given that today we are here for the celebration of National Science Day, and a very good description, introduction has already been given by the teacher of MH College, Jabalpur. With that memory, 28th February's memory, we are celebrating this Science Day on 1st March. Many things are there in this talk, and I have tried to explain what is the nuclear energy, how it is essential, what is the benefit to the student point of view, as well as those who are linked to us. Many professors and many scientists will also be linked with us. So considering them as a participant of this virtual webinar, many things are there which will be helpful for further understanding of this complex subject. But I have tried to make it so simple so that even a person without science background can. This is the some lines of introduction, and as we know that Science Day has got theme. Every Science Day has its own theme. From 1987 it is continuing. 2021 theme is Future of Science, Technology and Innovation, STI, touching related to education, development of a skill, and further for the utility of country. That is the all these points will be touched in my speech whenever the relevant slides are there. And before starting this talk, I will just pay our homage to our Sir C.V. Raman, and two quotes are beautiful quotes are there which can inspire to students. They are: number one, I am the master of my failure. If I never fail, how will I even learn? A beautiful quote by C.V. Raman, which gives that even a failure should not make you to not try once again. So this is one. Second one is, science has made us gods. Beautiful item, beautiful words is written. Science has made us gods even before we are worthy of being man. So this says many things, and the central idea of this quote will be reflected in the talk what I am going to initiate now. You must be seeing the first slide of this talk, and it gives lot of glimpses right from your boundary of India, or your the people, those who are saving our Indian boundary from the Pakistan and China. So the left point is Bharat Kavach, made by Department of Atomic Energy. Then ballistic proof jacket is also, this is again devised by our department. And then third one, which is a Bhavatran machine, which is used in cancer treatment. And then directly coming to the fruits. beautiful fruits just because of the application of radioactivity or nuclear energy. They are fresh as they are taken just now from the garden. So the nuclear energy can be harvested for the utility of all these places, our safety, security, health, as well as for kitchen purpose, where you can get good food, good vegetables and all. So this slide gives you the central idea what are the things which I am going to touch. I'll be discussing many things, starting from environment, from emission, from the DAE point of view, from AMD point of view, and what are the things scientific department of government of India, DA, what are the scope of scientific education. If a student gets master degree, how he can get how he can get into the DAE as a scientist and can reach to the level where we are sitting. I am just like you which who passed the MTech degree from Sagar University in 1983 and joined this department in 84 and touched to this place. So the possibilities are extreme, and one can certainly attend the focus, which can ultimately give you the benefit. This is one point. And Jabalpur is a very, very important place from the point of view of many facts. Many things are special for Jabalpur, and Jabalpur is likely to host a power plant. Probably, physics department or the students are aware that say after 5 or 10 years you will be having a power plant near Bargi, that is the place Chutka. So Jabalpur has got a very, very important place in DAE, and we have already worked in that area. AMD has provided the feedback for siting of nuclear power plant. In that respect, the students have immense opportunity for joining this department. You have to understand the nuclear energy. You have to be ambassador of nuclear energy. Then only we can prosper. All these things, all these aspects are there in my talk, which I'll be slowly uncovering and trying to explain. Many myths are there, many doubts are there that nuclear energy is a energy which is very, very harmful. Immediately we switch over to atom bomb. But no, it is not like that. It is the energy which saves you from many problems. Many health related problems are solved by nuclear energy, but they are not at all understood. Being physics student or being science student, you should understand the things which I am going to tell you, say in a 1 hour talk, which will be helpful for you to understand and convince about the positive point of nuclear energy. And if you are convinced, I will expect that you can convince to your family and friends. So a person if can convince to say 100%, naturally the job of DI or the spread of the masses will be there. So slowly we'll be landing to the subject. Now I am going directly hitting the point by placing second slide, which is a very, very immense concern for that carbon dioxide level is raising. We are doing lot of efforts. Let it be related to burning of Palari in the Delhi area or bringing the Bharat 6 vehicle into system or banning the diesel related fumes and bringing the electrical related items, that is vehicles and all. This is a very, very important concern and which should be attended immediately. Otherwise, after 50 years, we may be having another ice age, which was there some 10,000 years back. And if ice age is there, naturally nothing is left, everything is frozen and will be becoming another fossils type of. So just to say the grave in 1800, what was the CO2 level in atmosphere? That was 280 ppm. And in 2007, it was 380, but but in 2020, it has gone to 414 ppm. And what is the expected level in 2100? That is 580 ppm. If we are going with same speed, if our speed is the speed of carbon emission is increased, the graph will be more steeper, and you may touch 1000 ppm of CO2, and ultimately the problem will be many. We have heard recently, those who have heard the news of uh, snowfall in Texas, America. I'm talking in Texas. Usually in America, hardly energy or electrical energy goes, but 3 days the Americans were without electricity, and out of that, many have died. Why? What was the reason? The snowfall, sudden snowfall, which was not at all reported in the Texas, and which has ultimately given the problem to windmills. Mostly electrical energy generated by windmill, and windmills got damaged because of snowfall, got frozen -20 degree, and this gave the trouble to Americans. Similar type of things are possible in India as well. I'll just quote the recently Uttarkasi or Chomoli area, where the water flash was observed just because of this icing related issues which melted from the top of Himalaya. So the problem is really, really very tough, which has to be understood, which has to be contributed and solved by all of us. This is the responsibility of everybody. Now, what are the reasons? CO2 emissions and deforestation drastically increasing the concentration of greenhouse. This everybody knows, and students of physics are very well aware of all these things. I'm not detailing all those things, but I'm just putting my concern so that you can understand the problem behind such type of increase of such type of incidence due to increase of carbon dioxide. Alarming increase of average temperature on Earth. Ultimately, the temperature is raised, leads to melting of glaciers and polar ice cap and global climate changes. We don't know if the ice is melting and water is rising, the Andaman may become submerged, or the Mauritius may go down below the sea level. All these things are there. So what should be done by us? Reduce fossil fuel burning, look for environmental benign alternative fuels. And this is not a big idea. It is everybody knows, and we discuss and we think, but how much we contribute, it is our concern. As a person, or as a family, or as a town inmate, we should do, as a citizen, we should do something so that the environment is protected. Next. Now, everybody is aware, this is to bring you to the subject, that what are the sources of energy. Solar energy, it is generated from sun. Wind energy, tidal energy, tidal power, geothermal energy, thermal power plant, oil-based power plant, biofuel plant, and gas-based plant. These are the alternative from where we are getting energy. Now, renewable or fossil fuel sources has got some limitations. I'll just touch how they are limited and what should be now our alternative. Solar, wind, and tidal energy, they have been shown in the right side, if you can see the photograph. And dilute, intermittent, and unpredictable. Solar is again depends upon sun. If in Indian context, many times the cloudy season will not give you solar energy, and will be just failing to activate our solar cell and getting the energy. Similarly, wind is also there. If wind is not there, it is difficult. Tidal energy again depends upon the attraction of moon and earth. So that is so. So considering all those things, something is needed. Needs robust engineering structures. These things again require a robust engineering structures for collection and storage, and they are expensive. Then hydel power, coming to this, is again a very, of course, it is a cheap and all those things are there. Installation restricted to regions with water resources, hydrological gradient, and suited topography. That's why most of the hydel power plants are located in the Himalaya area, and they can give the calamity as we heard last month because of sudden burst or sudden flash. The whole hydel power plant of Uttarkasi area has washed away. So that type of risk are always there, not sufficient to cater the huge project power requirement. They are of smaller nature. They cannot provide huge this one. Of course, then comes your fossil fuels, which is coal, gas, natural gas, and petroleum, etc. They are there. We are using. We are basically mostly based upon these three power: coal, gas, and oil. But as I said in a previous slide, that carbon dioxide is the main culprit which is generated by these coal, oil, and gas, and ultimately it is going to trouble for future. So, what should be our alternative then? All these things are there. Why we should leave them, and which is better and which can save our future?
सर सिन्हा सर, आई हैव अ रिक्वेस्ट, आपकी स्लाइड मूव
Yes.
नहीं हो पा रही है प्लीज.
अभी मूव नहीं हुई क्या?
नहीं सर, एक ही स्लाइड पे, फर्स्ट स्लाइड पे रुका
अभी
हुआ
अभी
है.
देखिए
Please.
चेंज पर तो हम लोग यहाँ से कर रहे हैं. तो अभी एक बार फिर से देखिए, फिर से हम लोग
हाँ, अब आई.
हम लोग तो थर्ड स्लाइड में पहुंच गए थे.
फर्टाइल मटेरियल्स की
अभी
स्लाइड
आया
आई
है?
सर. काइंड ऑफ यू, थैंक यू सर.
अच्छा अच्छा, एक काम करिए. हाँ, प्रोफेसर वर्मा, हम एक काम करते हैं, फर्स्ट स्लाइड से फिर से आपको जस्ट पास्ट चल के दिखा देते हैं. एक्सप्लेन तो मैं कर चुका हूँ.
प्लीज,
ठीक है,
काइंड ऑफ यू सर, थैंक यू.
फर्स्ट स्लाइड में जाइए. फर्स्ट स्लाइड.
यस सर.
Yes, sir.
सेकंड में जाइए.
Yes, sir.
यस सर. यस सर.
एक
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
सेकंड में जाइए. सेकंड ठीक है.
जी
सेकंड
सर.
बताइए, ठीक है क्या? सेकंड स्लाइड.
जी
Yes,
सर.
sir. Yes, sir.
इट इज विजिबल
रिन्यूएबल एंड नॉन रिन्यूएबल. हाँ, ओके. थर्ड जाइए. ये भी ठीक है. ओके.
ओके सर. ओके सर.
थर्ड.
ये अभी कंसंट्रेशन ऑन ग्लोबल वार्मिंग वाली स्लाइड आई है सर. कंसंट्रेशन.
Yes, sir. Next slide तो नहीं आई.
अभी ग्लोबल वार्मिंग वाली आई
ये
है
आया
सर.
क्या आपके पास में? फिसाइल फर्टाइल नहीं तो कैसे प्रॉब्लम क्यों हुआ?
अब फर्टाइल मटेरियल्स वाली स्लाइड आई सर.
हाँ ठीक है ना, अभी तो आ गई ना, अभी
प्लीज
तो आ गई.
सर. जी सर. जी सर. प्लीज कंटिन्यू सर. प्लीज.
Yes, sir.
ओके ठीक है, वैसे ही चलते हैं. हाँ हाँ ठीक है. अभी 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 ठीक है ना. वो प्रेजेंटेशन मोड में जब हम लोग जाते हैं तो आपका वो ट्रांसफर होने में तकलीफ हो रही है. हाँ, थोड़ा सा लेफ्ट में जाने दीजिए ना. ये लेफ्ट वाला कॉलम जो आता है वो खोल दीजिए. हाँ, ठीक. अभी क्लियर है. फिसाइल फर्टाइल मटेरियल. ओके.
Yes,
ओके
sir.
सर. ओके सर.
ठीक है.
Yes,
हाँ,
sir. Yes, sir.
ठीक. हाँ. हम्म,
वो है ना, फिर इसको थोड़ा छोटा करके रखो.
ठीक है.
तो वो उसके
हाँ हाँ ठीक है. ठीक है. हाँ ठीक है, उसके कर दीजिए. हाँ ठीक है. हाँ तो ऐसे ही रहने दीजिए, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. वो यही जा रहा है, इसी में, उसमें नहीं जा रहा है. अभी ठीक है. नाउ ये जो फिसाइल फर्टाइल मटेरियल वाला स्लाइड आपके सामने है. ठीक है, सब लोगों को दिख रहा है?
जी सर.
हाँ ठीक है. अब मैं इस स्लाइड based on what the last slide was having, what is the alternative then? So now what could be the alternative based on the last discussion? There are material which have physical property of getting fissile and getting fertile. So physicists must be knowing, but those who are not having science background, for them will describe that there are some metals which are lanthanides and actinides. They show some this property by spontaneous decay, and they release alpha, beta, and gamma radiations by which they turn to new element. Similarly, uranium, thorium are the two elements which have this property. I will be touching the 238 uranium. Uranium occurs in three isotope form: 38, 35, and 33. Characteristic of fertile nature, where if the 238 uranium met with neutron source to 239 uranium. You must be knowing the isotopes. And then it is again converted into neptunium and plutonium. And plutonium is a very, very important material. So this way, the 38 uranium can be converted to plutonium by neutron capture. Then second isotope of uranium is 35, which is a fissile. In next slide, I'll be telling what is the meaning of fissile. That means it can be broken into two parts. Then I said 239. Then I said 239 plutonium, which is, if you see, 38 is converted to 39 plutonium, and plutonium is again fissile material, and it can be used in nuclear power. Nuclear power reactor. So this is again useful item. I'll tell the last, the right hand side photograph is there. I'll tell that is a cross section of reactor where this plutonium can be used and can generate further. Then we have natural occurring material in the form of thorium 232. Its atomic weight is 232, which is also fertile, and if neutron capture is there, it gets converted to uranium 233, another isotope of uranium. And this uranium 33 again is fissile, which can produce lot of energy. So fissile isotope that can go under fission, and fertile isotope that can go converted into fissile isotope. And these are the three major things. Whole nuclear energy is based on these concepts, where these reactions are performed in controlled way. Everything is controlled, otherwise huge neutron source will be generated and you may not be able to control them. So that's why this is a containment or a vessel type of thing, which has a many scientific, the energy can be liberated. So fundamental reactions are explained now. Next one. Next. Are you able to see this? ये देख पा रहे हैं आप लोग?
Yes, sir. The
प्रोफेसर
fission.
वर्मा?
Yes, sir.
हाँ. नाउ मैंने स्लाइड चेंज की है, एक आपको एनिमेशन में मैं दिखा रहा हूँ. दिख रहा है क्या? बेरियम एंड क्रिप्टॉन.
No, sir. The
No,
fission,
sir.
fission 235 uranium is visible, sir.
नहीं, प्रॉब्लम क्या हो रही है ना, ये जहां से हम जैसे ही ये मोड में जाते हैं ना, ये प्रेजेंटेशन मोड में, वो आपके पास नहीं पहुंच रहा है. इसीलिए यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा मैंने एनिमेशन डाला है और दिखाने के लिए. तो ठीक है, अब नहीं पहुंच पा रहा है तो मुश्किल है इस चीज का. तो ये काफी अच्छी स्लाइड थी. बैक करिए, मैं आपको, हाँ बैक करके उसी मोड करिए. हाँ बैक करिए, वन बैक. नेक्स्ट. हाँ हाँ, ये वाली स्लाइड आपको दिखाई दे रही है. फिशन लिखा इसमें 35 यू. हाँ, इसमें एक न्यूट्रॉन सोर्स, इसमें एक एनिमेशन है जो कि आप नहीं देख पाएंगे. इसमें एक न्यूट्रॉन सोर्स आएगा और इसको 35 को डिवाइड करेगा, और ये पूरा का पूरा रिएक्शंस दिखाया गया था एनिमेशन में. ठीक है, अब आप उसको इमेजिन करिए, हम यहाँ से नहीं दिखा पा रहे हैं. दूसरी स्लाइड में जाइए. नेक्स्ट. और यहाँ पे भी बहुत सारे 35 न्यूट्रॉन लेके देन फ्यूजन प्रोडक्ट्स, सो मेनी प्रोडक्ट्स इसमें जनरेट होते हैं. ये भी एक कैसे प्रोसेस हो रहा है. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट में. ये थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम है. यहाँ पे भी ये एनिमेशन था, इसमें एनिमेशन होने से आप इसको अच्छे से अप्रिशिएट कर पाते. कोई बात नहीं. Reactor vessel is there, and the left side is the reactor vessel, which I have shown you. The cut part of that transfer section was the section was shown, and the reactor vessel gives you the control rods are there. In that fuel bundles are placed, and the neutron related fission products are generated. They have high energy, high heat, and that ultimately circulates in a red color blocks. They go there, and the steam generators take that energy. Steam generators, blue color, light blue color, goes to turbine, and turbine ultimately sent to generator, and this goes to power and it reaches to your home. And then turbine, whatever leftover parts are there, they again go back downward, and then they are cooled down, and then they are circulated. Water is circulated. So water is cycle is complete. We are not wasting water. So in case, for example, if Jabalpur is having one nuclear power plant, it would be something like this, where your Narmada water will be used, and again the Narmada water will be going safe to Narmada. It is not that if nuclear power is using water, it will be adding to radioactivity. Coming across with that idea that somebody says that the water is used in nuclear power plant, it gets radioactivated and then further it is going to harm you. No, it is not possible. It is just a heat exchanger. Whatever water is used, ultimately when cooled down, it again circulated. So the idea of showing this picture to educate you that if a nuclear power plant is using any water, it will be a safe as it was previous to the use. Next one. Now, probably this is clear. Nuclear reactor component, fuel are the one thing which is material, as I said, fissile material, fertile material. So natural uranium 38 and 35, they are occurring in this percentage. The 35, if you get a uranium in system in natural, 0.72% will be 235. Rest 99.3% will be your 38 to 38. And this is the natural uranium which is used in pressurized heavy water reactors. Then comes enriched uranium, which is used in boiling water reactor, and there the 35 content is enhanced, and that becomes the uranium is enriched to 2.5 to 3%, and in that case the boiling water related phenomena takes place. Here the pressurization is not there for water, so the normal water is used, but that gets boiled because of energy. And considering 2.5 to 3% 35, this is a enriched. Most of the time we are talking to enriched uranium. That means the 35 level is reached to 2.5 to 3%. So the fission reactor, fission related reactions starts. So this is second type of nuclear reactors. Third is mixed oxide fuel. If you remember, in 39, plutonium is generated from 38, which is mixed 20%. Rest is your 38, and then fast breeder reactor. This gives the terminology of fast breeder reactor, where plutonium, the fission product, and the fertile material are mixed, and they are giving you fast breeder. Lot of neutrons will be generated, and this is a fast breeder reactor type of thing, where mixed oxide fuel will be generated. And uranium-233 related fuel can also be utilized. Both are 33 and 32 are product which can be mixed with plutonium and thorium, and they are advanced heavy water reactors. So these type of reactors are available in India. Some are under fabrication, and some are still doing the job, and they are in the place. Likewise, we can generate a lot of energy through these natural material. When these type of materials are there, they require moderator, and the job of moderator is to help in heat exchanger, to containment of the heat and all. The heavy water, for pressurized heavy water reactor, we use heavy water, and heavy water we know that it is a D2O or deuterium oxide that is used. And coolant, the surrounding area has to be cooled. For heavy water for PHWR, light water for BWR, boiling water reactor, helium for gas cooled reactors, and liquid sodium for FBR or fast breeder reactor. So these are the things which are used for generation of energy and their containment in the form of moderator. Moderator is nothing but which moderates the neutron. For they are fast neutron, they become slow neutron. So for that purpose the moderator is required. Coolant is required for containment of the heat whatever is generated. Then suddenly if something happens, you might have heard that nuclear reactions are uncontrolled, but they are very much can be controlled by some material. They are control material. Rods of alloys containing cadmium, boron and indium are the material which can absorb the neutron, whatever is available in the system can absorb, and your reaction can be stopped. So physical reaction, whatever it is, the reaction was continuing, it will be standstill if these elements are introduced into that reactor vessel. Just remember the reactor vessel I have shown in the one slide, cut part of that, and then in the block diagram where the reactor was shown and the turbine was shown. So all these things are controlled. The idea of showing all these things, that everything is very well contained. Nothing can go out or nothing can come in this system. Next one. Energy security through nuclear energy. Now I am directly coming to this. All these things are possible, as I already explained, that non-renewable resources are not so much helpful to continue for, say, more than 50 years. So the nuclear energy becomes the only item on which we can depend upon. What are the advantages? Negligible emissions of greenhouse gases, sustainable concentrated energy sources, and 24/7 power generation. Not necessary that sun should light or the wind should flow or the water should be available on Himalaya to provide hydel water power. And this advantage, again, everything has got pros and cons. So this is also having minus points. What is the minus point? It has got high initial cost. It requires a lot of money to build because safety precautions are there. If you see in the background first picture, that is shown, huge structures are created and they are compliant to the highest security level. That's why cost is required. Then the radioactive waste disposal. This is also immense concern for everybody. After this whole reaction is over, then something is left, and that is a very, very highly radioactive material that has to be disposed. How to dispose that? Technology is also available. It is not a very, very important that disposal will be there and that is going to harm you, so we should not use. We have the technology, we are containing all those things because India has got a very good record of performing the nuclear power related reactor during last say 50 years or 60 years, I can say. Then nuclear proliferation. This is of course in case, which is very, very less. In case if something happens, then the problems would be there. Considering all those things, even then, considering that risk factor, if I say risk factor, overall the energy has to come from them. We should be ready to take a risk in this point only. Next one. Just what are the drivers and what are the challenges? Further, I am defining sustainability, fuel available for 4,000 years. Just imagine 4,000 years. And then no CO2 emission. Then offshoot technologies will be developed and cheaper power. It is a very cheap power. Then comes challenges. What are the challenges? It is a high technology. Possible radiation leak, if at all it is there. One cannot say that it is 100% safe, but 99.99% safe, 0.001% factor is always there. Then it requires highly trained manpower. Then relatively high initial investment, same thing what I said in last slide. So this makes nuclear energy a very, very viable option as on date. Next one. Just to compare, how we can compare, say 1000 megawatt hydel power, 1000 megawatt nuclear power, 1000 megawatt coal fired. What is the cost of all these things? Cost in the terms of not money, cost in the terms of many items. Like here, submergence of 2000 to 5000 hectares is required for hydel power. And in the case of nuclear, you require hardly 20 hectares. And fuel requirement is hardly 160 ton per year, which is something like that 16 truck per year at the rate of 10 ton per truck. And emission is negligible. Nuclear waste is hardly the last item which is left, that is hardly 1 ton. And then radioactivity is small, which is manageable. Then coming to coal fired, land required is 70 hectares for mining the coal and then making the power plant, all those things that requires 70 hectares. Coal 2.6 million ton per year is required, and that means the 5 train loads of 1400 ton each per day. This is the quantum of coal is required, mining is required, transportation is required, and all those industries which are supporting this process has to be geared up. So huge infrastructure has to be generated if you want to run a 1,000 megawatt coal fired plant. And what is the output? CO2. Of course, energy is available. What we are getting, and you can just imagine whatever energy you are taking, that is through these processes. This much process is behind a 1,000 megawatt electricity coal-fired plant is using. CO2, it is generating 7 million years ton per year. Then sulfur dioxide, 45,000 ton per year. Nitrogen oxide, 20,000 ton per year. And ash is also generated, which is a grave concern for us now. 1.2 million ton ash, which is going to harm you in a environment. All these times the air is polluted by ash. Of course, some of the ash is being used in cement, concrete, and all places, but it is not all full ash is being used. Ash is there as it is, and environment is getting polluted. Next one. Considering all those things, this was considered during our independence time in 1947 itself, and a commission was created in 48. Atomic Energy Commission is known, and it has got a highest body which is known by Department of Atomic Energy. And 10th August 1948 it was created. As a resolution was passed by Government of India, and which has replaced the commission by Atomic Energy Commission of India on March 1st, 58 under the Department of Atomic Energy Act. So now I am giving you the introduction of this department and the scope of physics people or the science people, those who can get into these departments as a scientist. Homi Bhabha National Institute or BRC Training School are the places through which the entry is possible in so many departments which are visible in front of your screen. I am coming to Atomic Energy Commission, which is the commission who looks after the work of atomic energy. And in that Atomic Energy Regulatory Board, this board is an independent body. Just like it is a monitor, it monitors everything, anything which is happening related to nuclear energy or in the hospital X-ray room. This board is monitoring the radioactivity available in the X-ray center of each hospital, MRI center of each hospital, in addition to our department itself. So this board is a very, very powerful body, and it works independently to see that the level of radioactivity is kept at minimal or at the permissible dose. Then comes Atomic Energy Body, which has got various institutes, say R&D organization, public sector undertaking, industrial facilities, service organization, and many more. I'll come one by one. The R&D organizations are there, in which BRC Mumbai, which is a part of these organizations, IG CAR, Kalpakkam, Indira Gandhi Center for Advanced Research, then RR CAT Indore, Raja Ramanna Center for Advanced Technology, then VECC Kolkata, AMD Hyderabad, GNCP, this is in near Delhi, Haryana, Gorakhpur. So all these are R&D organizations, and they do research and development related work. And then all these things, whatever they develop, that is used by public sector undertaking. NPCIL is the company which operates or which construct the nuclear power plant and generate the electricity. The material, the raw material is provided by us, and that is used by NPCIL's power plant. IREL, Indian Rare Earth Limited. This company is meant for the production of rare earth related metals, and everybody knows that rare earth is going to be metals of future. So they are producing your lithium, your dysprosium, your praseodymium, your lanthanum. All those things are being produced by HRE, LRE. Everything is produced by this company. So they are part of Atomic Energy program. Then comes Uranium Corporation of India Limited. When AMD establishes reserves of the uranium, the UCIL mine it and then hand over to next company for fabrication of fuel. Then ECIL, Electronics Corporation of India Limited. Everybody must be aware of ECIL products. Many products are there those who are plus 18, they must have voted for our parliament or MLA through this electronic ECIL made voting machine. Earlier, of my age, people must have seen television of ECIL make. I'm talking to say 80s, when the ECL was the only company who was producing the color television. So they are helping us in formulating various electronics component related issues. Why I'm describing in detail all these things, that these are the job opportunities for the scientists or the people those who are thinking to join this department. Havni is again public sector undertaking for the fast breeder reactor related issues which is going to be established. Then industrial facilities, heavy water board, as I said, the nuclear reactor requires heavy water, and heavy water D2O or T2O. These are the things which are produced by heavy water. Nowadays they are busy with generating many products in addition to heavy water, and that is also comes under atomic energy. The nuclear fuel complex at Hyderabad, when UCIL, I said that they mine the thing and then they produce the material for formulation of fuel bundles. They are the people who produce the fuel bundle. BRIT is the institute which gives isotope related help to the whole system. Then service organization also we have. Service organizations, DP and S, they are the purchase unit. Then DCSM, they are the civil construction body. And then GSO, Kalpakam, service related organizations. Why I am just telling about service organization, that the people, those who are having management degree or the arts degree, they can go into these organizations as a managers or as a working force into these organizations. Then in addition to that, aided institutes are also associated with this Department of Atomic Energy. TIFR Mumbai, Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, very old institute. Then TMC is a very well established department, Tata Memorial Cancer Hospital I am talking. Everybody whosoever has somewhere experienced cancer related issues must have been aware of this service of Department of Atomic Energy through Tata Memorial Center. Then we have SINP Physics Institute. This is a physics institute at Calcutta. Then IOP Institute of Physics at Bhubaneswar. Then Hari Narayan Institute at Physics Allahabad. Then NICER Bhubaneswar. Then Indian Institute of Chennai Mathematics Chennai. IPR Ahmedabad Physical Research Institute Ahmedabad. AEES. This is a education society where teachers are there for managing this much big department. Colonies are made, employees are there, huge employee base is there, and the children of those employees are taken care by this institute by providing world-class education to them. So itself, just like central school type of body, this body functions, and a lot of schools are run by them. So teachers are also having the opportunity to join this institute. HBNI Mumbai, this is a Homi Bhabha National Institute. It's a university, and we are part of that university as a professor, where the people can take up the project. If somebody is interested to take up any physics project or any chemistry project or any biology project, he can approach to HBNI for making the project request, and they provide in Mumbai or in any place, they can provide you the job for a project of 2 months, 3 months. You can be there, go there, attend the project, do your job, and submit your report. So these are the gamut of activities which atomic energy is operating, and where a good student can take the advantage for making his or her career. Next. Now, what are the missions of what are the opportunities I said? Now, what are the missions? If you have, as you are aspiring for these missions, naturally I'll say that you should try to make a goal that you should come to DAE. What is the DAE's vision? Empower India through technology and providing better quality of life to its citizens. This is the main thing. And DAE is engaged in the design, construction and operation of nuclear power research reactors and supporting the nuclear fuel cycle technologies. Contributes to the national prosperity through development of advanced technology which accelerators, lasers, supercomputers and instrumentations, and transfer of technology to industry. Whatever 4 words I have just said, accelerator, laser, supercomputers and instrumentations, These are the future science. Accelerator in India is going to increase. Say after 5 or 10 years, you will be seeing a lot of accelerator, lot of physics behind all those things will be there. Lasers, ultimately, everything is going to be associated with lasers. And supercomputers need not to be explained. Supercomputers has to be there in every country with power, highest power, and instrumentation related to all these things, instrumentation. So a lot of scopes are available for the students or for the technologists or scientists of the country. Development of radiation technologies and their applications for radio diagnosis and radiotherapy and disease, particularly cancer. This is a very, very important thing. Radio diagnosis, I think everybody must have experienced the X-ray, chest X-ray for getting the infections of lungs and all. So all those things are related to this process. This process, X-ray or MRI, or related scanning, CT scan or PET scan, all those things, they help in this. Then they they are there in the field of making our crop varieties better. Earlier, the crop which was paddy, which was getting grown, full grown in 3 months, now it is available in 1 month time. All such type of developments are being done in DAE, which is a very, very important support to the society. Then post harvest radiation technology and technique for crop protection. Everybody knows that yes, our crop was not secured for next year, but now crop protection is there. You can eat basmati of say 5 years. They are so much protected. You can take that much enjoyment of old basmati or the dubraj. Technologies for safe drinking water, clean environment, industrial growth. Drinking water is getting polluted day by day, so that also has to be safe. And for that, the technologies are being developed by DA in a mission mode, and these are the societal endeavor of DA. DA also contributes to the enrichment of knowledge domain by way of support to basic research in frontier areas of science through interaction with universities and academic institutes. I will suggest that the students may visit DI site and they should watch it. Now the time has come when you can see the advertisement for the job as well as for the PhD students. They take PhD students, they take master students, and that type of things will be available inside. They come nowadays everything is available in the virtual mode, and one can find out his interest or her interest into this research field. Next one. Now coming back to the nuclear energy program. This is a very huge program. As I said, in 48 this department was created, and Bhava was the person who took the lead, and he had a vision. What is the 3 stages? He has very things that I'm going to explain one by one. But before that, Bhava felt necessary for the survey of natural resources by which we can generate our own resources, uranium, thorium, beryllium, etc. And for that, he created a survey unit in 49. The AMD, earlier it was known as Raw Mineral Survey Unit, now it is AMD. So it was created then that time only, July in 49. And then development of strong research schools in basic science. For that, he created TIFR and all those schools which are continuing for imparting the education or making the scientists for the use of DAE. And then development of a program for instrumentation and electronics. That's why these things were thought by the Bhava during that time for the development of manpower or human resource development, and to sustain the nuclear power program in India. That is a 3-stage. What are those 3 stages? Coming to stage 1. In stage 1, natural uranium is used and it is kept in pressurized heavy water, and then it can generate a resource, it can generate energy. What is the total energy by which it is possible to get? That is the 300 gigawatt per year, and there is a huge electricity energy. 300 gigawatt energy is possible by the natural resources, and this will generate the plutonium 239, and this plutonium 239 will be used in the stage 2, that is the breeding, more fuel than consumed. That is a breeding reaction where the 233 inventory will be used as a plutonium and thorium. 233 will be coming from thorium and plutonium will be coming from stage 1, and stage 2 will be generating huge electricity of 42,000 gigawatt electricity per year. By the second stage, put less fuel, get more power. This is a second thing. Already I have explained in my earlier slide. Just if you can recapitulate all those things. And the third thing is again thorium related issue. Convert thorium into fuel into 233. Thorium 232 we have a huge quantity that can be fueled, that can be converted into 233 by the neutron generated from this, and then finally the electricity of say 1,55,000 gigawatt per year can be generated. These are the visions which we have, and if this much energy is available, then we need not to worry for wind, solar or all those things. We can generate our own energy program. Of course, this requires huge manpower, trained manpower, lot of money, lot of public support. Because of that, the program is not going in this direction, and we have to support this program. Way is possible. At least the support in a form of technical, or in a form of not opposing the nuclear energy is required. Next one. Coming to what are the nuclear power available in India, I am just brushing the knowledge. Everything is available in net, but at one place you may not get this much knowledge at one place in a sequence. I am going one by one. These are the nuclear power plant, and here also the job opportunity is immense. Nuclear Power Corporation of India Limited recruits scientists and engineers by giving the advertisement in nuclear paper, and they are the separate bodies. So they are, since they are the company, so they recruit their own manpower. So this is a separate entry into this domain of nuclear power plant. Tarapur is located at Maharashtra, which is a oldest nuclear power plant having 160 megawatt, and two numbers are there. In that, one is boiling water reactor, the other one is pressurized heavy water reactor. Then at Ravarhata we have Kota, we have 100 megawatt one PSWR, 200 megawatt one PSWR, and now we have newly constructed PSWR 220 into 4. Then Kalpakam we have 220 megawatt into two numbers, that is pressurized heavy water reactors. Then Kaiga, Uttarakhand district, Karnataka, where we have 220 megawatt, four numbers of pressurized heavy water reactors. These places you can see them in location. So these are the places where Kaiga is located, and they are also pressurized heavy water reactor. Then Kudamkulam in Tamil Nadu, that is 1000 megawatt into 2, and they are VVR type, the help of Russia it has been made. And then Narora, Bulansar, Uttar Pradesh, we have 220 into 2 numbers, pressurized heavy water. And Kakrapar, Surat, Gujarat, we have 220 into 1 and 700 to 1. So these are the total reactors which are operating with indigenous fuel as well as imported fuel. And the total 23 reactors, 19 pressurized heavy water, 2 boiling water, 2 VVR type, and the 7 locations in 6 states. The total capacity generating is 7,480 megawatt electricity. Many are under construction, as have been given at the bottom. Under construction 6 KAPP 4, then RAPP Raunabhata 7 and 8, then Kudankulam 3 and 4. All these things are under construction. And if you see the upcoming KKNP 5 and 6, GHAVP 4 into 700, Kaiga 506, Chutka MP. I was referring to Chutka only, which is on near Bargi. Chutka MP 1 and 2, which is coming at near Bargi Dam and using the dam water of Narmada. This is 700 megawatt into 2 numbers. This is again going to be a pressurized heavy water reactor. This is the thing which Jabalpur must be looking for. Say after a few years, you may see the construction started. All those things are still under consideration, going slowly, but the time will come when Jabalpur will have its own nuclear power plant. Mahi Baswada, Rajasthan is also having 1, 2, 3, 4. They are also going to be pressurized by water. New sites which are under consideration of government and permission and all those things. This is a huge industry and takes lot of time. Say 5 to 10 years are required for clearance and all those things. Until unless site is cleared by AERB regulatory board, as I said, they will not be declared that these sites are going to be. And overall, even the site is cleared by the government, the public has to accept it. The public is not accepting, you are not going to construct any power plant. It will be just like Tata Nano car, which was proposed in West Bengal, then could not be fabricated, then went to some other place. So if people are not accepting, no government is going to put up the power plant. So we are hoping that all these things will be there in the place, and as envisaged, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 will be in place as per the vision of Dr. Bhabha. And new sites are Jabalpur, Maharashtra, Kovada, Andhra, Mithivirdi, Gujarat, Haripur, West Bengal, Bhimpur, Madhya Pradesh. In Madhya Pradesh, Bhimpur is towards Guna side, so Madhya Pradesh is going to have two, one near Jabalpur, the other one is in Bhimpur, Guna side. So these are the scenario and these are the future of nuclear power plant, for which AMD, NFC, UCL will be providing the fuel for own power plant, and there will be some 50% power plant which will be depending upon the fuel from imported source. Next one. Now, what is the fuel cycle? I have just explained the use. Cycle starts with uranium exploration, the left side bottom figure. This way AMD works, and we go up to 1 kilometer deep in jungles and we establish the resources. Say 1000 ton, 2000 or 10,000 ton resources is established. The body is created in a 3-dimensional way at a depth of 1 kilometer, and then the whole thing is modeled, and then the planning for making mining operation is started by UCIL. So you are seeing the mines, that is the uranium mines through which the trucks are going inside and bringing material from the deep, say up to 500 meter down the surface. And when this material comes, it is required for processing, and our upper one where you are seeing the uranium milling, so it goes to mill and it is converted into yellow cake, that is a sodium diuranate in a form of yellow color. Then this is the product. This is a after milling and after chemical processing, then whole thing is going to in a form of converted into UO2 powder. Up to here the UCIL takes care, UCIL site, and then it goes to UO2 powder and then NFC comes into picture. They take this UO2 powder, they convert it into fuel UO2 pellets. These are the pellets, and then ultimately it is fitted into fuel assembly. These are the rods where these pellets are placed, and then these are the fuel assembly bundles, and these bundles ultimately go to the right hand side bottom one where the power plant is fired, and the source, the neutrons, ultimately gives you the energy. So this is the fuel cycle, and naturally I said it gives some spent item which is not at all consumed. The lead or the other radioactive material, say plutonium and all, will be left over. They are in the form of gases, they are in the form of liquid, they are in the form of solids. So solid, whatever solid is there, they are contained, all these things are contained to a repository where they are cooled to some extent, and after the protocol, they are kept in silica or quartz-related boxes where they will be kept in some repository deep into earth. That is, of course, a confidential place where they are kept. Nobody knows, but they are taken care. It is not kept on surface that they are going to harmful for the public. That's why we have not heard any accident related to nuclear energy or nuclear related aspects of this fuel cycle. Next one. Next. One myth or misconception is there that radioactivity is harmful to all. Yes, harmful to all, but to what extent? Same thing. You can eat sugar, huge sugar you take, you will be having sugar. But if you cannot, if you are consuming it normal, you will be a normal person. Similarly, this figure, this slide gives you an idea how the nuclear doses are helpful. The top bottom is your limit for the public, that is your and then limit for the occupational worker. This is the little bit higher. Public has been kept very small, just like a brick if you compare. And the occupational worker, like us, those who are working in the nuclear energy, they have a little, say 5 feet height. They have that much power, that much radiation they can absorb. Next one is your, then in house where you are staying, that has got radioactivity related to many sources. Cosmic radiations are there, rocks are giving radiations, and Jabalpur granite, Madan Mahal granite is giving a lot of radiations. They are the pink granite, and they gives radiations from potash itself. Potash is K48, K39, that gives radiations. Some minor of uranium in ppm level is also there, that gives radiation. So in your house you have some radiations which is much higher than the occupational worker. That is the slide which is bringing to your clearing the myth. And then the huge skyscrapers, no symptoms, temporary changes in blood picture. Here the those who are there, this can go. And what is the limit? If Eiffel Tower is plotted, and that is the limit of top is the limit for your life-threatening dose more than 3000 millisievert per millisievert in a year. So if you are getting 3000 millisievert per year, then you are affected. And what you are getting, you are not at all getting. You are just landing to a brick level. So that's why it is very difficult. The general public is given 1 millisievert per year, and the occupational worker is given 20 millisievert per year. And damaging target is 3000 millisievert per year, which is very difficult to touch. So we are living in a safe environment. Even if 10 nuclear power plants are created in the surrounding, they will not touch to this. And all these things are strictly monitored by the Atomic Energy Regulatory Board. Next one. Then just some facts I am putting up for your understanding, for clearing your myth. An RCC house which is fully air conditioned emits 10 times of the radiation than a fully ventilated wooden house. So everybody now is in RCC house. So we are enjoying 10 times more radiations. In the course of 2 hours flight from Mumbai to Calcutta, we receive a radiation dose of 0.1 millisievert. Just imagine, if you are going from Mumbai to Calcutta, 0.1 millisievert. In a single chest X-ray, we are likely to get 1 millisievert. Where scanning is involved, this level can go up to 50 millisievert. In a nuclear reactor, the radiation received by a person living just outside the fence of the reactor is 0.0, which is equivalent to the dose received during 2 hours flight from Mumbai to Calcutta. This is a very important aspect which I wanted to share with all the students, and I'll request all the students that this type of information should be shared with your family and friends, and you should educate. The physics department can be ambassador of Department of Atomic Energy, and you can tell that one should not fear for nuclear energy. So whenever this opportunity comes, the public should support for nuclear energy or nuclear power plant in the surrounding of Jabalpur. Next. Again, I am putting some more information. Since you are a physicist, this gives you can understand what is the meaning of all these things. The whole country is monitored. We have placed monitors all over the country, and the data is virtually collected second by second. This one can go in DAE site or DRC site, and you can see what is the radiation level of Jabalpur right now, today itself. I mean, at this moment itself. So I have captured this picture just to tell you what are the millisievert per year is being received at that particular point. You can see hardly it is going to beyond 2 millisievert per year. The maximum you can see at UCIL Jadugoda, where uranium mine is there, you are seeing 0.99 to 2.22 millisievert per year. And similarly, wherever the power plants are there, hardly you are touching anything. NAPS, if you see the near the Uttar Pradesh, Narora atomic power plants, hardly it is 1.04 to 2.28. Similarly, every places the radiation level is very low and it is monitored, being monitored, and virtual one can see the level of his city or her place. Next one. Now, just I'll say something special provisions as to safety. The premises are places in which radioactive substances are manufactured, produced, mined, treated, stored, or used, or any radiation generating plant equipment or appliances is used, and then make provision by rule to prevent injury being caused. These are the precautions which Department of Atomic Energy is taking to prevent injury being caused to the health of persons employed either by radiations or by the ingestion of radioactive substances, to secure that radioactive waste products resulting from such manufacture, production, mining, treatment, storage are used as aforesaid are disposed of safety. This is the thing which DAE does, and these are the, you can see the protective cover which DAE provides for working people. We do under this type of environment where we are very, very safe. Next one. Beautiful quote by our Homi J. Bhabha in 1954. He wrote, "For the full industrialization of underdeveloped countries, for the continuation of our civilization, atomic energy is not merely an aid, it is an absolute necessity." So same thing we are also proposing, that if you can understand, you will also say that yes, it is a necessity. We should opt for this option in case if we have been given that option. Next one. Now, how our department is helping to DAE for making the nuclear power plants and nuclear fuels. We are the people who established uranium and thorium sources in the country in a form of raw material, and we supply the material to UCL, as already I have said. And here again another job is given to us. Now everybody talks for rare earth. Rare earth and rare metals are very, very important elements which are going to shape our future. Say niobium, tantalum, beryllium, and lithium. If lithium is there, then only you can run your electric vehicle. Lithium has to be supplied to the country, and AMD is the organization who has taken this responsibility for supplying lithium, and we are searching the lithium. We have found lithium in many places in India, and likely would have there after 5 to 10 years we may land to a good deposit of lithium. Niobium tantalum is also very much required material for space technology, for atomic energy, and similarly rare earth. Whatever you are seeing, the electronic item or the superconducting magnet or the space related, all those lanthanum to lutetium elements would be required. AMD is the organization who is exploring, establishing for the exploitation or for the mining point of view. Another very important aspect is now helium. Right now helium is being imported from USA, but USA has said that after 2 to 3 years they are not going to supply helium. We have to depend upon our own sources where we can get helium. That is again responsibility of AMD to provide. We have some resources of helium, but that has to be established, that has to be exploited, and that has to be made pure for the use of industries. So all these things are there. In addition to that, in the AMD does the collaboration with university for the development of R&D projects, for the development of HRD and all that we do. Next one. These are our activity. I wanted to show you the glimpses what we do as a survey people. We fly our helicopter and we collect the geophysical properties of the earth up to 1 kilometer. We collect the properties in the sense of gravity, magnetic, electromagnetic, and seismic related as well. And after that survey, Then top left photo is Helibon geophysical survey. The next one is, then we go to the site where all those evidences are found, and then we search it by scintillometer or GM counter, the radioactivity level of that particular place. Then we use geophysical instruments. They give the property of earth, say up to 500 meter downward, magnetic property, electrical property, gravity property. Then that is interpreted for the per type. Uranium is a very heavy metal. Similarly, other metals which are associated, they are also having some property. So we get that gravity, we get that geophysical contrast, and we probe them by drilling. Exploratory drilling is continuing. Here, the material is probed, say up to 100 meter or 200 meter, likewise. And then whole thing is, when it is drilled, a borehole goes up to 1 kilometer. Then the logging has to be done. Logging means the observation, the physical measurement of physical properties. So a probe is sent which is having sensors for all properties, that is sent through inside the borehole, and then properties are noted there, and then you get the inside picture of Earth. Just like if you are going for any CT scan and all those things, your body is clearly seen by medical experts. Similarly, we see the Earth, what is below 1 kilometer, and we interpret and we get the feel of that matter which is available for taking out. And similarly, this way we see this is a left one is a recovery of tantalite plant. It is occurring in a it occurs in jungles, and we take out like this. And then beach sand, those who have visited Kerala might have seen three types of sand: black, red, white. All those are nothing but they are the heavy minerals. Heavy minerals has got thorium and rare earth related elements in that. So all those things are exploited, taken out, and then the monazite is taken out and rare earth is recovered. So these are the activities which AMD is involved and scientists are involved. The scope for students are there in these fields, those who are interested. And again, electronics people we have a very good physicist, we have a very good chemist, and we have the electronic engineer with us. They are the people who provide all these facilities. They help us in understanding the earth. As I said, that we go up to 1 kilometer, we bring the core and we analyze. So physics people are there who help us. The chemistry people are there who analyze the things by various instrumentation, and then many people who provide the support. Next one. So again, coming back to very important thing, this nuclear energy, how it is helpful. It gives many things. The left side, if you say, the left side gives you wealth generation from industries, national security, technology, industry and electricity. This is given by nuclear energy, which gives ultimately money. And then ultimately money is there, but your life is not happy. For life point of view, nuclear energy gives you fluid fuel substitute, good water, purified water, good food, as I said. Then health wise also it gives, and good environment. So these are the two aspects which is given by nuclear energy. Next one. Some of the aspects which I'll touch upon, because these are the things which one should know as a physicist or as a scientist. One should be aware what is meaning of radiation therapy. You are going to hospital for some treatment, and you are seeing these are the isotopes which are used in radiation therapy. 177 lithium, PMSA 617, cobalt 60, cesium 137, iridium 192, phosphorus 32, gallium 68, technetium 99, electron accelerator. These are the used in electron accelerator. And for this purpose, a cyclotron is created of 30 mega electrovolt at VCC Kolkata, which gives you cyclotron facility, and they are the people who are generating the isotopes for imaging. Left side photographs are there, which medical doctors are using for the imaging purpose for performing the health related aspect of society. And then Radiation Medicine Center for BRC provide diagnostics and therapeutic nuclear medicine service. All these things are available. And now those who have just heard about cancer, they might be aware of PET scans, positron electrotomography. This is a very important which is done by our scientists. VRC people are doing. They have developed the PET scan technology, and TMC is the uh, facility which provides this type of scans. In addition to that, isotope scanning like bone and PET scans used for ionizing radiations in form of radiopharmaceuticals, perfusion studies of the lungs, kidney, brain, etc., and use of radioisotopes in imaging are many important aspects of radiation therapy. Cesium 137 pencils used for blood irradiation in case of blood cancer. So here also these isotopes are generated in BRC in the Department of Atomic Energy and are available for therapy point of view. All hospitals which are there, they are using it. So a large scope of nuclear energy is seen in these for making our health or making us healthy person. Next one. In addition to that, radio sterilization, where sterilization takes place. Nowadays, medical instruments are pre-packed and then irradiated using an intense gamma ray source. So, gamma ray source is provided by DAE. This kills any germs or bacteria, but does not damage the syringe nor make it radioactive. Cesium 137 is used to hospital to treat blood before transfusion. So that is also very important use, which is being supplied, which is being supported by the DAE. Next one. Again, innovations in medical applications, many things are produced. A very important instrument is created. DRC has developed portable handheld 12-channel tele-ECG, which is a lightweight mobile controlled ECG machine and capable of simultaneous acquiring all 12 channels of ECG in real time. The machine can be connected to mobile PC via Bluetooth, and the report is generated in the form of an image that can be sent to the expert via MMS or internet. So this is a very important innovation done by BRC, and it is available. Similarly, Bhavatron 2 is a external beam radiation therapy machine designed by BRC for cancer treatment. Cobalt 60 source is used, and more than 50 units are installed, including 6 outside our country. This is the picture of Bhavatron. Recently developed multi-leaf collimator system enables treating tumors with high radiation dose by sparing the neighboring healthy tissue. So this is application which is helping us to use the nuclear energy. Next. Similarly, the COVID pandemic related many things have been developed. I will not go in detail. Many things are developed. Say carbon nanotube, say IoT is developed, say hypochlorite related plant is developed. All these things are developed during last 1 year to fight the COVID, and the central government departments are being provided these helps to support the COVID related fight. Next one. Again, COVID, so many things, development of RT-PCR based kit for COVID-19, serological survey to assess prevalence of COVID-19, then chlorophyll for treatment of COVID-19. All these things, whatever is listed, they are the part of Department of Atomic Energy, and they have been developed by the government of so many departments which have provided this help to the country. Next one. In addition to that, health is okay, but you need your food, and food is again irradiated and improved by the nuclear energy. How it is improved? Various things are there. So many flowers, so many plants we are seeing. Many things are there. A few I have just given in this slide. DRC develops high-yielding seeds and crop varieties by inducing mutations using gamma radiations. Gamma radiations only accelerates the mutations which otherwise occurs naturally over a much longer periods of time. DRC released 42 seed varieties for commercial exploitation, radioisotopes for industries and agriculture. And these are the radionuclei which are helped, which have helped cobalt 60, iridium 192, and this is the energy level, gamma ray energy level, which was used for irradiating and making them up to this one. DRC recently developed a biosensor kit for detection of organophosphate and organocarbamate pesticides. In case if your food has got, so this kit can help you to understand, yes, phosphate is having this or not. So this type of help or this type of nuclear energy related uses are available from the department. Next one. some of the crops which we use, we may not be using, we are using, but we may not be knowing that all these things have been developed and processed by the nuclear energy, and that is the positive aspect of system nuclear energy is giving to us. Then radiation processing of food and agro products. Here, the high dose plant for spice processing at Vasi and low dose plant for onion processing at Lasalgaon are functioning. That's why you get a very good onion which continues for many days. Otherwise, earlier whatever onion we were using, that that was giving you germination immediately after, say, 1 day 1 week shelf life, but now the shelf life is increased by this. The spices are also now germ free, they cannot attract the pest and all those things. So all these things are possible with the help of nuclear energy, and these things are being taken by various institutes. The technology is developed, the technology is transferred to private people, they are providing the help all over the country. But thing is that many of us may not be through that source. Next one. Again, water purification is a very, very important things, and many things have been developed for purification point of view. Huge plants are being provided at many places wherever we have facilities are continuing. We have installed this type of plants. 600-liter plant where effluent related plant is installed. The effluents are taken out and the purified water is used for irrigation and other purpose. Similarly, solar powered potable domestic brackish water reverse osmosis plant is also developed for the coastal areas where seawater is used for taking the purification and taking the water for potable plants. So, many techniques are developed. Say 1,000-liter reverse osmosis based drinking water facility commissioned at so many places. So these are the things which are available through the development of nuclear energy. This is also a byproduct of nuclear energy. Somewhere nuclear energy is utilized. Next one. Similarly, nowadays you have heard for medical radioisotopes. Medical radioisotopes are very much in demand. If you remember the Madam Sitaraman's speech during COVID time, when she said that radioisotopes are very much essential, and we are going for private PPE mode, where the Department of Atomic Energy will be helping the private people to develop the radioisotopes. So these are the radioisotope sector where lot of scope, lot of employment, and lot of knowledge is required. So DAE is developing this technology. In other countries, this type of thing was available. Say in Belgium in 1961, it is available. But in India, we are going to open and we are going to provide those isotope related technology to private, which is going to be available for public use. Next one. Another very important thing is now the development of liquid nitrogen based transportable refrigeration system, Seetal Vahak. This is also developed by department using nuclear technology, isotopes and all, where minus 40-degree temperature is maintained. You might be taking the natural ice cream of Mumbai at Jabalpur, that comes through such type of vehicles where the temperature is maintained at 40 degrees centigrade. Many vaccines are being transported by maintaining this temperature. So now in the COVID era, such type of development or such type of nuclear energy related inventions are very helpful for providing the help to the society. DAE is having that technology, and DAE has you having the manpower to develop them. That's why these things are coming into picture. All these things are 100% eco-friendly. They do not emit any CFC or any gas which is going to be harmful for our environment. So they are eco-friendly, nuclear-based technologies. Next one. When these things are available, they are the list of nuclear energy. I have just listed them. One can read and one can see many things I have discussed in detail. But these are the employment is there, the technology is there. One can develop his industries by taking technology from DAE. One can set up the industry. So with that idea, I was just putting all these things informations for the understanding. Next one. So with that, yes, nuclear energy is the energy of future. We should adopt it. We should propagate it. And being physicists or from other areas, try to understand that without nuclear energy, future is very bleak. If we adopt, they should demand rather nuclear energy related inventions, nuclear related uh, inventions as well as technologies which can help us. So this is all from Atomic Energy Department. Thank you, Professor Verma, and thank you, MH College, Jabalpur, for giving me this opportunity to and with the faculties of faculty members of the college. Thank you very much. Now over to Professor Verma.
Thank you, sir. Thank you to very much for giving us this time, knowledge, and doing a lot of work in all fields, and giving an idea to students for scope in the department of DAE with the best and the what I very much afraid that they will be radioactively positive by using material, by using food, by using. I am very happy कि आपने इतना सिंपल वे में उनको बताया कि you don't have to be afraid of this reactor coming up in this place, and it is just for the heat transfer, nothing more than that. So people will not be affected by it, and you could cover basically all the fields of Sir C.V. Raman, power plant, ambassadors in nuclear energy, and we are all proud to be Jabalpurians क्योंकि आपका भी पता लगा कि you belong from Sagar to at least MP का वो flavor था आप में with different fissile and fertile materials, uranium, plutonium, thorium, the nuclear plant, the nuclear reactors, components, the heat exchange which does not radiate water, the energy securities, scope of physics of students, projects by HBI Mumbai, missions and endeavors, radio diagnosis and radiotherapy, Indian 3-stage nuclear program, the nuclear power reactors in India, the fuel cycle, exposure of radiation doses, radiation level depending upon the lifestyle, provision of safety and necessity, materials of future which are beryllium and lithium, rare earths, the analytical facilities, wealth generation and quality of life for improvement, radiation therapy, medical applications, nuclear agriculture, water purification technology, and probably on all fields you covered. And I will request if any participant is eager to ask any question from Dr. D.K. Sinha sir, you can just write a quote and we will be able to answer him. And from the presentation what we have prepared, I think you have cleared all the doubts. I don't think anybody participant who want to ask any question, you may please ask. I don't think they have a question because you have very successfully and deeply discussed all the topics. And in case if you have any participant is having any question, we can just have a note on it, and Dr. D.K. Sinha will please answer in after that. And on behalf of the college, the organizing team, the sponsors team, the head of the department, Dr. Shobha Jori, the principal, patron, Dr. Akhilesh Ayachi, the organizing team, Dr. Mamta Srivastav, Dr. N.L. Patel, Dr. Shashi Kuraria, and the whole of the technical team, the presenters and the physics department and the NSS team, we all on behalf of the Government Home Science College, thank you D.K. Sinha sir for your lecture and spending time with us with all the best needs and daily informations about the DA. Thank you once again from the core of my heart. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, sir.
Namaskar.
क्विज कंपटीशन के लिए मैं अब श्रीमती प्रेरणा जैन को आमंत्रित करती हूँ कि वो इसके बारे में इंस्ट्रक्शन दें।
Good afternoon, everyone. As we already know, the quiz has to be start at 1:45. The time is left for 5 minutes only. So, मैं यहाँ पे आपको सारे instructions announce कर देती हूँ. Please, जो link आपको WhatsApp chat और through group आपको आई हुई है, आप उस link से science quiz को start